Another day, another chance to get together as a family, a spiritual family, another day on this amazing journey called life, where we come together and we talk about these crazy things called God, called spirit, called divinity, called, I don't know, what words would you like to add to that soup, if you will? But at Unity, we actually pride ourselves on doing something a little bit different, because while we do have certain things that we like to look at, we like to read, we like to talk about, what we really believe is that your own journey should be an experience. So this thought of God actually is not outside of ourselves. Actually, we are part of it. And when you start playing with that idea that you're not separate from God, that actually you're part of it, then everything starts to change a little bit. And you start to have this understanding that when you actually connect with this thing and actually consciously spend time with it, you start to develop a relationship. And this relationship can take us further than we ever dreamed possible. It will allow you to tap into things that go way beyond anything we've ever been taught, certainly, especially if you come from more of a, let's just say, fundamental background, which I know many of you have that background. Not everybody, but a few, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think what happens for myself anyways is as I start to expand and I start to wake up, if you will, in terms of my relationship with God, then all of a sudden I realize, hey, there might be something more than what I was originally taught. And our talk today is going to actually be based on the premise that, you know what, maybe those things that we were originally taught, maybe we might want to look at those things. Jesus knew this. Buddha knew this. Other masters knew this, that they were part of this thing called God. And they did everything that they could possibly do to remove every single thought in their being that said that they were separate from God. And when they did that, they were able to have a full experience of what it's like to be divine in the human form. And that's exactly what they did, and that is exactly what they taught. And they never said this thing was outside of yourself, and they never said that you couldn't do it, which is where I think one of the biggest mistakes or flaws is in the traditional teachings. This understanding that, well, it's great that Jesus could do it, but I can't. It's great that Buddha could do it, but I can't, and the others. It's great that they can do it, but I can't. And I think that's one of the things that I love about Unity is Unity doesn't preach that. We don't say that. Actually, we say just the opposite. We believe Jesus when Jesus said, "This and far greater things shall you do." That wasn't a misquote. That was real. But what we do is we intellectualize it, and we are taught that there's this thing, and we put this thing called Jesus on a pedestal, and we say, nope, can never do that. And I'm going to tell you something. That was done very intentionally to keep us separate from our own experience with God. So this thing is going to be kept on such a high pedestal, and you are going to spend your entire life thinking that you can't do that. And it was done very intentionally. And that's okay. It's all right. But what's happening is we're starting to wake up. And when I say we, hello, that's you. And believe me when I tell you, there's even way more people than are sitting in this room it's starting to happen for. I'm talking to people all the time that are telling me, I don't know what's going on. This is happening. Why is this happening? How is this? Everything else like that. Humanity is in the process of waking up. And even though it looks like absolutely the opposite of that, I'm just going to tell you right now, that is really what's going on. And my belief is that each and every one of us have decided to come down here at this particular time so that we could be a part of this great awakening that's happening. My belief also is each and every one of you personally have something to do in terms of that process, in terms of helping other people wake up. I don't care if you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, Mike, but I don't do anything. I just get up and I live my life and I go to bed. I don't care. The fact that you're here on this planet right here, right now, and you're dealing with everything that's going on is beyond courageous. It's beyond powerful. And so I don't want anybody to ever think, well, I'm just little old me, because you're not little old you. You are the divine expression. Think about this for a minute. God was sitting there and said, I want to have an experience, and I think I'm going to make that experience look like Keith. I want to be a man in this kind of a body. I want to have these kind of experiences. I want to do all these things called Keith, and therefore, guess what God does? Poof, there you are. He loves us that much. She loves us that much that she has created something called you because God wanted that experience called you. How does that make you feel? Like, that is legit. That is really what happened. So when you think about it, it's like, oh my God, I just get goosebumps thinking about that. It's like, really? So God wanted to have this experience called Mike. Yes, God wanted to have this experience called Mike. And all I need to do is get out of the way and let God have his way with me. Yes. And then I can just live my life. And then I can just go around hugging people. And for me, this has happened, and this is one of the greatest blessings in my life. Because I get to come here, we get to come together, I get to hang out with people, like-minded people. We get to talk about spiritual stuff, which I don't get to talk with a lot of people. And I know some of you have no one else to talk to. And I just think to myself, I am one of the luckiest guys on the planet. I really am. And I really hope you feel the same way. And certainly, Charles and Myrtle figured it out. And then guess what they did? Hey, and for the people taking the new members class, you're going to see, signed a covenant. And that covenant was them dedicating their entire life to getting the word out. It's a beautiful covenant. Now, maybe for you, there's no covenant. It's okay. Take a breath. You're okay. What I'm going to tell you is that it doesn't matter if there's a covenant or not. It doesn't matter if you read the Bible every day or not. It doesn't matter if you don't meditate every day or not. None of that matters. Why? Because you don't earn your divinity. You are divine. You don't earn it. It's not because of what you do, it's because of who you are. And when you can let go of, yeah, but I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and just go, no, I'm the expression of the divine. The only thing I need to do is let God flow through me and have his way with me, her way with me. Then I can go out and just live my life and have a pretty good time. Yes. But then, if you want to play with it and you want to start exploring different spiritual tools or spiritual things, then you can go do that. And then it just makes it that much better. I love God. It's an amazing dance when you can sit there and actually have the experience of God. And so, what do? We get together, we get to listen to beautiful music, we get hugs, we get to hold each other, we get to laugh with each other, and I think that's the thing that makes unity, because unity doesn't focus on everything that keeps us apart. We focus on everything that we have in common, which is our shared divinity, and that's what we do here. So, welcome.
Hey, it's Reverend Mike here. I just wanted to stop for a moment before you get on with your day, and thank you so much for spending time with us this morning. It means the world to us, and I just wanted to let you know if there's anything that we can do to make your experience even better, please do not hesitate to reach out by going to our website. I also wanted to offer you the opportunity for us to get together and sit down so I could get to know you a little bit better and answer any questions that you have. I can either do that by either getting together in person, have a cup of coffee, or we can meet online via Zoom. If you're interested, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can reach me at michael@courage2thrive.com. And lastly, if you find these messages are helping you, we would be tremendously grateful if you'd consider donating to the center. The best and the easiest way to do that is simple. Just go to our website. Again, thank you so much. Hope you have a great day. Hope you're doing well. God bless, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now.